and shoulder. Cause you sure get up. Swell your head up. Okay, so this morning I saw Tonya in the makeup room and she was dancing to this new TikTok sound, and I'm like, oh Tonya, you have to teach me this new TikTok dance because I've been really trying to learn this dance and I can't just find my way around it. But Tonya just got it once and for all, and I'm like, are you serious? So this is Jollof Balabatu. When you see her dancing, Jollof Balaba, give me your hand and show. Okay, but she sure get up. I Jollof Balaba. Give them.
Oh, see, don't play.
I should be a dancer. I think
she's a stepper. Private too. You just teach me. I'll just not do it.
Could salsa and tango, you know. Let's
talk about something. It's too short on this table right now, and I can't help it.
Don't say what you don't know. Please, darling.
I can't help it. I hope you guys really enjoyed the Maven's Ijola Balaba by Crayon, of course, and I hope you guys really enjoyed that because the dance, obviously. I like it.
It's the bop is banging.
All right, let's move right into the next area for today. It appears that debt collection season has arrived, as a number of musicians and entertainers have appeared on the internet seeking long overdue payments and gratitudes. Mr. Jollof has requested money from musician Zinoleesky in the video broadcast. I think this is the Malians again. Zinoleesky allegedly took 5 million naira from the comedian and refused to perform at an event. Mr. Jollof confessed that he has simply been attempting to be professional and civil with the performer, but he continues to behave arrogant towards Mr. Jollof, even went as far as to challenge Zinoleesky to show off his men, promising to counter them with the Nigerian army in an effort to discipline him. In addition, the comedian boasted about being bigger than Zinoleesky's career. I had to just start on there because that's a joke, obviously. He even inquired about his academic credentials. Mr. Jollof is somebody I don't take seriously for one. You know, he's just, to me, he's just a comedian like he is actually, like his title is. Why would you say your career? First, you can argue whatever it is, you can claim your money. No, even if you want to brag, don't over brag, because what you just said is totally out of it. Mr. Jollof doesn't even come close to Zinoleesky's achievements, first of all. Artists and performing and having to not show up at
events they're paid
once you're paid is very wrong. I feel that's very, very, very wrong. But Mr. Jollof, for one, is not somebody I totally agree with on anything at all, because he's a two-way person. And with the old bragging of a thing, I feel there's something else to it. And you saying you're challenging Zino with Nigerian army. Are you the one to command the Nigerian army? Who are you to set up the Nigerian army and challenge somebody? I would say that's a threat.
Well, in his opinion, he's just trying to let Zino know that if he wants to come with his goons or his guys to come and like hit him up and tell him that, okay, why are you bringing me out on social media and all that, dragging me, that he's going to come with the Nigerian police. But if he's trying to use the Nigerian police as his defense, he's not going to win.
I don't know.
But then it's actually not right for artists to be paid to perform at an event or something and
not
not
show up.
And they've collected the money. So what are you doing with the money? What is your compensation now going to be? Because this is what happened with Kiss Daniel at Tanzania, and they arrested him for that. Definitely. So if Nigerians are doing this to fellow Nigerians, come on, we to call ourselves
exactly
out. Yeah.
I think from the report, he said Zinoleesky appeared. He didn't pay him to appear for the event. He paid him to perform. And report says that he was intoxicated with marijuana too. So he just appeared, but he didn't perform.
Wow.
So he didn't perform because he was intoxicated?
Yes. So he said, I didn't pay you to appear for my show. I paid you to perform. So since you didn't perform, refund my money back to me.
Obviously, I don't think that's possible. There must have been something.
Are you a Malian, Kofu?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's why I need to get that sorted out.
I am a Malian. I'm not. Okay. I'm not Malian. I'm not saying you should.
So you need to wear a belt like this, like.
Kofu wears belt.
Okay.
Anyways.
No manners.
Anyways. I'm not saying any of this because I'm not being judgmental. I'm not saying any of this because I am a fan or something. I'm not saying that. But I feel like with past records, you need to be able to, like, at least to know one or two things people have done. Zinoleesky, he has really been in situations where he gets called up for not showing up at performance or something.
He's always been a good boy.
Do you understand? He has always been really out of social media space and dramas and scandals and all of that. So I feel like once this happens, coming from Mr. Jollof, for me, I'm sorry, it's just no, for me, it's not being fired, but it's just really skeptical for me. I feel there's something else to it, at least for him to actually be in attendance. For him to actually be in attendance, he appeared. Okay, you didn't pay him to appear. And these artists are not the ones being paid directly. You have to sort for their managers and management and all of that. Their own is to appear and perform. So whatever the manager says is what he does. Do you understand? Because they are actually the ones doing the all paperwork and all of that. Do you understand? So if for a very long time this has been on, and then Mr. Jollof now comes out and say, oh, I'm going to bring all the Nigerian army to come and attack you because you did this and you did that, and your career is bigger than this. As
for a patriotic citizen, Nigerian army will not come and pull your back.
Don't play. Your career is nowhere near Zino's career. If Zino truly did not perform, and if it's exactly as just Jollof has said, I feel this needs to stop. We've had several cases on this table, court matters, on this table about artists actually not performing after being paid, which I feel is a very wrong thing. How do you market to your audience that, oh, I'll be at so place at so time? It's just another level of fraud to me. I'll be at so place at so time, and because I love you so much and I love your craft and I love what you do, I leave all my stuffs behind. I paid an amount of money to get tickets, and I come for your show and you don't turn up, or you don't even come on time. It's very disrespectful, first of all, and it is very, very annoying. Do you understand? So I feel like you really, like, respect needs to be given to the audience that actually paid for tickets. That's one thing for me.
I think we should just apparently hear from Zinoleesky's own point of view, because
like
I paid you to appear and not to perform. So I feel we need to hear from Zinoleesky. We need to know what
actually happened. We need to know what actually happened.
The story doesn't go one-sided.
But me, I'm still on the issue that his career is not bigger than Zinoleesky's career, and that's poor. Because I'm a big fan of Zino, but apart from that, Jollof's career is not bigger than that of Zino. Don't play. I'll keep on saying that. Anyways, let's move right into the next story. Enough of the Malians on the table today, but I'd really love to hear you guys' opinion. Remember, you can call in on 09098408408 to share opinions on all of our discussions so far. All right, moving right into the next story. Oxlade has showered praises and adulation on Wizkid as it praised him for a huge boost in his music career. Oxlade said that Wizkid is one of the blueprints to study in the Nigerian music industry. He made a strong point when he pointed out that Wizkid gave him his first performance at the O2 Arena in London, and that the singer was just recently introduced to a crowd of roughly 21,000 people in Paris at a similar location. Another justification for the praise is that Wizkid, in his opinion, is the person every musician needs to approach in order to maintain a sense of balance in their music career.
I think that's on period. And I feel like Wizkid has really impacted on so many artists' musical careers. And Oxlade saying this now, it's just a testament to one of the things that Wizkid does that's actually just low-key, because he's not a big... He's not a loud mouth. Come on, you don't make noise when you do big things.
Exactly.
To speak for you.
Exactly.
So I feel like Oxlade coming out to appreciate Wizkid is actually a good thing. And I think it's actually telling well on Wizkid's career. Like, despite the fact that people don't really hear much about him or his artists, people under his record label, he's doing some things on the ground that are being recognized.
A lot of things.
A lot. Come on,
he's
this
just
guy
a
is
really coded person.
He's really the prototype for Afrobeats in Nigeria, in Africa,
yes.
because Oxlade said something. He said that Wizkid is like the blueprint of Afrobeats, and I really think that's very true.
No, he's not breaking.
I stand with him.
No, only people who don't love Wizkid will actually think otherwise. But I feel Wizkid has paid every single deal was supposed to pay, and is receiving every single glory because he paid those dues. Do you understand? So I feel like a lot of people will probably think, oh, Wizkid isn't doing too much. He doesn't help people. But seriously. Do you know the amount of upcoming artists in Nigeria? Not really upcoming as a dad, but artists that started their career like a year, 2 years ago that actually performed at the O2 Arena last year, December.
As in, and you've not even really gone anywhere, but you already performed at a big
to 21,000 people.
Come on,
Shut
please.
down.
Do you understand? You have the opportunity.
That exposure alone.
The crowds are singing back at you. My darling, that's
Machala to the world.
To the world, darling, to the world.
The show
Yeah.
for 3 days, and they run out of tickets. Like 3-day show.
Yes, that was.
So can you imagine like how
yes, definitely.
like come
3
perform
days
today,
sold out.
you come perform today,
O2 Arena to 21,000 crowd. The O2 Arena has a 20,000 capacity. Imagine.
Can imagine.
20,000 before you can sell 1,000 tickets in Nigeria as an upcoming artist.
Sometimes people don't know how big O2 Arena is. Like
for real, they just
some
think
people
it's
don't-
probably
O2
a
Arena is just
hotel
like
and
stadium,
all.
just like that. You don't know how big O2 Arena is for somebody to shut down O2 Arena, run out of ticket for 3 days, and people are still like willing to buy off the black market
For
and
real,
just to
for
get into
real,
the show.
for real, for 3 days. Wow, I feel like Wizkid has paid his dues, and Oxlade said the right thing. People were really after him on Twitter when he tweeted and was praising Wizkid, and then people were like, "Oh, it's just using you for his own clout and for his own career." I feel like Wizkid doesn't even need to use Oxlade.
Nah.
What does he need to use Oxlade for? What does he need to use Oxlade for exactly?
You're big.
What? My dear, Wizkid can perform his own songs and nobody's going to get tired of him performing. Do you understand? He can perform his all songs, all his albums all together. But that I watched that video of him and Oxlade doing the colossal dance, and I could not just stop grinning. I was just laughing, and I'm like, nah, Wizkid is really adorable. Do you understand? This is not just coming from an FC person, but I just feel like his accolades he definitely needs it, and I feel like Oxlade did the right thing. He has really helped a lot of artists, and I feel that's one very good thing. Look at Buju and Wizkid at O2 last year. Fine, Buju also has Bona, but I feel like Buju's performance at the O2 with Wizkid last year was really beautiful.
It was bomb.
And I'm very sure he definitely did a very, very huge thing in his career.
Definitely.
Yes, that was like
So
a boost.
please, no Wizkid slander would be tolerated. Thank
None.
you.
Stable? No.
Thank you. Okay, moving right into the next. American musician Akon has revealed how he advised Davido to go back to Africa to make his music. When he was trying to be a rapper in America, he added that today his advice, which Davido heeded, has paid off in the long run. Did Davido agree to this?
Yeah, it's actually a valid statement coming from an icon such as Akon.
We know.
And this guy is a very, very big image in Africa. And
obviously,
I think I watched that interview where he was with Sway on YouTube, and he was explaining how African artists were trying to succeed outside Africa.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they were needed. Like people, they had audience that were waiting for them, wanting their music and their content. And he was like, then he was trying to push out Young Thug into the music industry and all that. And then he said Davido was trying to rap. Can you imagine Davido as a rapper?
No, I can't.
What?
It can't happen.
No, please, that voice was meant for singing, not for rapping.
You know, like most of these Nigerian artists, they forget that the foundation of their music, like
It's
who made them big,
exactly.
was from Africa, Nigeria.
It starts from
so
here.
now you're big, you're abandoning your foundation, you're trying to go up to somewhere to boost like someone else's.
Come on,
like,
it doesn't work, because it's just like saying you're trying to sing reggae to a Jamaican. You're trying to sing hip hop to the Americans. Like, African sound is African sound. You can't take it away from. First of all, before you are an artist, you are African. Before you are African, you're a Nigerian. Come back to your roots and establish yourself. Because what that advice is what international. Can you?
Yeah, I feel that was the best thing he could have done for himself.
Coming from Akon is something like
it's legit.
Because
for a long time, Wizkid was under Akon's convict record label. Nobody really knew.
Yeah,
because he was really pushing Wizkid's sound back then with Banky W, and it was like. Wizkid is a Nigerian, but his sound.
P-Square, Mr. Mayday.
Come on, Davido. I think that advice must have really helped.
Not even must. We're seeing the results now. We can see that. Obviously, Amy, your mom, do you want to go and sing that to a white person? Back then, it has to be the Nigerians who actually understand it. They are the ones who actually do the promotions for you, and they're the ones who actually market your sound.
I was really happy when people just like go to where they grow, like coming from the ghetto, you go back to ghetto to just like sing something for them, bring people together, make them understand like, oh, I still appreciate, like you people made me what I am today.
Yeah, and I like the fact that most of them are now, what they're doing now is not like they're trying to sing like the Americans. They're making the Americans want to sing like us. They're making the British want to sing like us. Chris Brown has done so many Afrobeat collaboration in the last 1 year. Do you understand?
I love that part. I love that part.
Like they've been coming, they want to infuse the African sound into their own. It's not the other way around.
Selena Gomez with
my dear, there's so much.
That Afrobeat enter Grammys. Better will not be taking them up.
My dear, we've entered already. Don't worry. We've entered. Don't worry. So I really appreciate that, and that's one thing I really hope can keep going on, and the new school guys can actually maintain.
Yeah,
I really, because these guys on top, Burna, Davido, Wizkid, have actually opened a very big doorway for them. I would not even lie.
I think we should add Olamide to that.
Yeah, Olamide as well. But Olamide is not so much of an international artist. He says that he knows that himself is not so much of an international artist. Olamide is basically Nigerian, and he loves the sound and he knows how to get his audience. So I feel that one.
But don't know Baba.
Do you understand? So I feel like it's for the streets. He knows where he belongs. He knows this kind of
sells. He sells.
Yes, definitely. Olamide's, for me, Olamide's is the best album yearly. For me, Olamide's albums are literally the best yearly.
That's a heavy claim.
No, I'm a fan. Don't worry. But for me, Olamide's album, for me, I keep saying it, for me, Olamide's album are things you can relate with. Typically, are things you can. My best album from Olamide is Keep the M. That album till today.
Is that the one with Melo?
No, not Melo. Keep the M was 2 years ago. The one with Bella Shmurda, Omale. There were a lot of artists on the album.
Okay.
There were a lot of artists.
But is that the one with Infinity?
Yes. You understand? So that particular album was like my favorite. So I feel like Olamide, just the way as much as I like Olamide, I respect. He's a very neutral artist. You don't have to compare him to other people. He's not competitive in any way.
He sticks his style.
Do you understand? He sticks his own kind of song and his own kind of. He's lyrically very good, and his rhythms are really nice. His wordings are perfect. So what else? And look at him. He's been raising stars. Olamide is not international, but look at Fireboy. Do you understand? He's been raising stars. Do you know how many?
Right now.
Ashake has been doing rounds in Atlanta. He's been going tours in America.
This guy's like
and he's having
Ashake is going.
My dear, this kind of portfolio Ashake is building is really robust, because I feel like in the space of 20, he is the owner of 2022.
As in, Mr. Money, no, they waste time.
Like, in the space of this past 10 months for this year, Ashake has given us uncountable hits.
I think he has a show coming up, or the show already done?
Yeah, he's having a show. I think he's having a show. I don't know about that, but I feel like he has paid. Olamide has raised enough stars, and I feel just that alone has given him the respect he deserves. And I like the fact that he was quick to remove himself from the competition. And he's a legend on his own.
That's true.
So no matter who you are, if you're a Wizkid fan, if you're a Davido fan, if you're a Burna Boy's fan, you definitely have some respect for Olamide.
Reach this.
So I feel there's nothing more beautiful than that, though. Yeah, power. All right, moving right into the next story. Ira Star recently took to Twitter to reveal secret about herself. She shared an idea she used at performances before she gained the spotlight. She wrote, "Early last year, I used to take my friends and family to concerts and performances just in case no one knew my song. They would help me scream my songs and ginger the audience." Sakpa, nice one. I will deal with that last phrase. Sakpa, nice one. You do this one. But for real, that's what you call growth. That's what you call achievements. That's what you call goals, actually. And this could only have been realized thanks to Mavens, because this lady's kind of sound.
Yeah.
I think she came at the right time, because her sounds
It was like
are
the
just
rise of Gen Z.
My dear, she was
And
literally
like
just
the anthem,
19.
like, away, 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 away.
She was literally
Like,
just
that was perfect timing
19.
for her to
Bloody
just dive
Samaritan.
in.
She has had, and she did her numbers at the same time. She dropped her songs at the right time. I feel, you know how maybe Don Jazzy can be now when it comes to his new artists and the way he manages his old artists and all
19
that.
and Dangerous.
19 and Dangerous, that's the song, and it's been doing round. Bloody Samaritan went on for like months as a hit and was on the top chart. Do you understand? For a very long time, and that achievement alone is more than enough.
And there's a remix to that with Kelly Rowland. Come on,
My dear,
is making
my dear.
And a new song, Rush, is something else.
In a rush, where
You know, like she has the vibe and everything. And to me, I feel like Thames has gone very far. I would not compare her to Thames. Thames has gone very, very far. But they sound, do you agree with me that they sound alike?
Yeah, they sound alike.
They sound really,
really
really
alike. I
alike.
think they have kind of similar style.
Do you understand? Very, very similar. And I think that sound has been doing so much. Did you see the guy that remixed Ira Star's Rush song? There's this new guy.
This cover.
That has been making the social media
It's really
very,
nice.
very, very beautiful. Very
And now you can see
compliment-
now, people are singing her songs without even looking for lyrics anywhere. Like,
Do
she
you
doesn't need to go and look at what she
understand?
said now. She used to pay her friends to pay for them to come to her
to
show.
our
And they'll be
shows.
singing so that
Exactly.
you-
Now people will be doing that. Who is this
Yours.
person?
Do you know
Why-
how
who is
many
this?
people she pays to come for it?
See,
Like
look.
for you to
Come
pay to
on.
certain people to come for it, that means you're paying like more than 100 people.
No,
You can't just pay like
she just brings
one-
friends and families. She brings friends and
That can be
families.
4 or 5. That should
Can be
up
4
to
or
like
5.
10
Yeah. For them to
people.
scream.
Obviously,
Scream and
you're my
ginger the
friend,
audience.
bring your
They'll
friend.
be
You're my
in
family, bring your
different
friend.
zones,
You're my
yeah.
cousin, bring my friend. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's exactly
hustle.
because you need that ginger. There's no way
In case
you
they don't
need
know
to
her
ginger.
song,
You
that's-
need it.
that's
But
quite
now
emotional.
she can perform to over 1,000 or 2,000 crowd, and they would sing a song back to her. That's what I call goals, my dear. Well done, well done.
Go,
I think
girl.
I'm very
Grace.
That's really beautiful, and that's a ginger for Gen Z. You can make it at any time, at any day. Just get ready and put in the work. I feel that's just it.
Yeah, she already put in the
basically.
work, yeah.
And this is where we draw the curtain today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, join the conversation on social media with the hashtag TEATIME. And remember, you can catch up on all our previous episodes, including this very one and all our exclusive content by subscribing to our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. You can also watch TEATIME on RTTV and in London on Ben Television and Star Times channel 308. A big thank you goes to my co-anchor, my beautiful Tonya, and of course, Davido. Of course, thank you so much to the entire production team. Thank you so much for watching Plus TV Africa's TEATIME. My name is Kofo. Have a wonderful day.